everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Building with Robotnik J. And today what I'll be doing is a mock of the highest in its class. So why don't we get started? Sorry if the camera's off a little bit, I placed it on a flip-flop. Okay, now what you're going to need is a standard body, holding it by the neck joint. You're going to need this gray armor piece. You're going to stick that on the body. Then you're going to take this gold piece, this belongs to Kopaka, and put it on that gray piece on the body. If you're not with me so far, feel free to pause the video at any time. So now with that out of the way, let's build the gearbox. You're going to take two of these. I'll show you how they work. What you're going to do is you're going to take this piece right here. You're going to stick it in the bottom little piece, if I can get it in there. Oh, come on. Get in there, dagnabbit. You're going to do that twice. I don't know if you caught all of that, but you're going to do that twice. So, let's do that twice. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take two, if I can find a number on this thing. Okay, no number. You're going to take two flat-headed axles. You're going to put two ball joints on them. Just two little balls or ball joints. Doesn't matter. You're going to stick that in the top hole on the left side of the gearbox. I'll show you what that is right now. Are you with me? Great. Now you're going to do that twice. Let's get these little things here. Stick one. Oh, come on. Stick two. You're going to stick that. You're going to repeat that step twice. Now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take two black pegs and stick them in the front of the gearbox, which I will show you right now. I don't know if you can see that. Do you kind of get the gist of it? Good. Feel free to pause the video at any time. You're going to flip the body over and stick the gearbox on the back. And then what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to start building the limbs. Now, this has been said to be a very, very complex build, so might get confused in the process. And if you see me sipping on a Sprite, just know I'm thirsty, and mockers get thirsty sometimes. So, what you're going to want to do now, you're going to want to start building the wings. You're going to need two translucent orange limbs. You're going to need two black limbs, like so. You're going to want to stick the orange on the black. Stick the orange on the black. Make sure they're not reversed, because some people have been known to do that. Well, just me, of course. Are you with me? Excellent. Now, we're going to apply these to the farthest limb on the gearbox, the farthest ball joint on the gearbox. You may want to pull them out a little bit, because you are going to be building wings. Of course, it's a little weird why this thing would have wings, but that's life. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to apply some armor. You're going to need 4 of these. These are number 4s. Now be sure to pay attention on this one. You may need to curve the limbs a little. So one will go on the orange, and then the other one will go on the black. See what I'm saying? Notice how the black is kind of right here. Oh, should probably hold the camera steady. Sorry about that, folks. Notice how the black one on the orange is facing outward, and the one, this one's facing inward, and this one's facing outward. Make sure that happens. Ah, crap. Sorry about that. Now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Once again, you may need to curve those limbs again. So one goes there, and one goes there. Great. Now you're going to want to build the arms. You're going to need 2 translucent neon pieces and 2 black pieces. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stick the, oh my god, I know how it goes now. You're going to want to stick the black onto the neon. So black, neon, black, neon. Don't get it confused. Black, then neon. And you're going to want to stick those pieces onto the main body. Don't stick them on the gearbox, because then your whole setup's going to get fried. You know, just kind of like this. If you're with me, great. If you're not, well, I recommend you catch up. No joke. Well, joke intended, of course. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take... Now, this is a handful, so be ready. 2 friction adders, 2 gray limb pieces, and 2... that's funny. Don't know how this got there. You're going to need 2 of these. Friction adders go on the legs first, or the leg joints. Friction adders go on the leg joints first. And then it goes on the joint pieces, or the pivot pieces. Then we can apply the feet. You know, just simple. Setup's gone. Bringing it back. Well, just simple these from the earlier Bionicle models. I'm surprised he's actually made a comeback in the Brain Attack series of Hero Factory. A very nice touch. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. I'll show you what I mean momentarily. Crap. Crap, I can't flip it. Okay. But, you may want to pay attention to the rest, because the rest is really going to get you. So, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. Now, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take a number 8 axle, stick 2 of these on each end, stick 2 of those on each end. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to take these little gray pieces, slide 1 to this, like so. I don't know if you're catching this. Now, this is going to get very complex. You want to center one of these onto the axle. Make sure it's centered, because it won't work if it's not centered. And you're going to want to repeat the same step. This is very complex. I am so sorry I'm putting through any pain. Come on. Now you're going to want to do that. Okay, this is not centered. Now it's centered. See? Kind of like that. If you're not with me, I recommend you pause the video and take your time. If you are with me, then keep doing what you're doing. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do the same thing. Now be advised, this gets pretty complex. Oh, I never thought about it this way. I want to do this, center that. You may need to make a couple corrections if you do this wrong, but that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. That's the way life is supposed to be lived. You're going to want 2 of those. Now, my favorite parts, you're going to need 4 of these. I know they're long, but you're going to need 4 of those. And you're going to stick them kind of like this, with the blade portion going out. So if you need a visual, kind of be like that. Oh, I need to zoom out a bit. It'd be kind of like that. And you're going to repeat that 2 times. Well, this being the first, you're going to want to repeat it again. Ah, I did this one wrong. It's okay. Robotnik J isn't the expert. Now you're going to want to do that again. The little blade pieces. Now this is where things get pretty complex. You don't want to stick all of what you made onto the orange and black portions. And if you want, you can move that armor piece out of the way. Because, this gets pretty crazy. Come on now, work with me. Uh-oh. Oh, there you are. Let's do this. Ew. Turns out I did it wrong. Alright, there was a correction that needed to be made. I'll show you in a minute once I get this thing where it needs to be. Should be kind of like that. See what I'm saying? And you're going to want to do that, what I just did, all over again. Just one more time. I won't put you through too much. Oh, come on. Work with me, Dagnabbit. Work with me. Alright, come on. And of course, I have this wicked Predator name. And if you guys aren't aware, Predator 2018 is going to come out in September on the 14th. Now, back to the whole mock thing. You're going to need, of course, 2 silver hands. Just normal hands. Stick those on the neon pieces. The translucent neon pieces. Let's do it again. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take 2 number 4 pieces of this color. You're going to want to stick those on the neon pieces. You're going to want to do that again. Now you're going to take some gold pieces from Kopaka of the 2015 line. Just gold. You're going to want to stick those on the black pieces that are connected to the neon pieces. You're going to want to do that twice. You with me so far? Great. We're almost done here, people. Bear with me. You're going to want to take a head. You want to take this joint piece, connect the head to the joint piece, and stick that on the neck joint on the body. Make sure you fold the head forward. You're going to need to take Golly, Master of Water's mask, and put it on the head. In the meanwhile, you're going to need to take 2 more golds, put those on the, God, I deconstructed him just today. This is my first time doing this. You're going to want to put the gold on the feet. And then you're going to want to take more number 4 green pieces, these ones, stick it on the gray. Then you're going to have to do the same again. Put that gold piece in there. Now, here's the cool part. Let me just... What I did is quite interesting. I made this one look like a Predator from Predator 2018 and all the other years. So, you could choose to follow this, you could choose to not follow this, do it how you want. It's just a mock. So I will show you. You'll need 2 of these, and you want to stick those on the green armor pieces with the blade facing out. And now you should be done. Let's have a look. Yay!